Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Secret Life of a Seamstress. I thought today I would finally get around to filming my makes for November and December last year, because I thought I would manage to do this before Christmas and I didn't get around to it for one reason or another. Some of the things I didn't actually get finished until very close to Christmas, so there just wasn't time to film the video, so I thought better late than never. I would do it today before we get too late into January and talk about my things that I made for November and December. And when I was thinking about what I'd made, I didn't think I'd made that much, but when I actually got all the things out today, there were quite a few bits in there. Not everything that I wanted to get made got made, but I did get quite a lot done. So without further ado, on to what I've made. And the first one that I've got to show you, probably my favourite one, just because of how pretty this print is. And it is the Ikiti Couture Stella dress that I made from this lovely Stop and Still muslin fabric that I got from the Knitting and Stitching show back in October. The sun has just come out and it's shining right in the camera, so I'm sorry if it's gone a bit bright, but that's the pattern close up, and it's like a muslin fabric, so it's really lovely and soft for a child. And I think it really works well with this dress pattern. It's really kind of simple, smock style dress with these lovely gathered frills at the shoulder, and looks really pretty. It kind of turned out as I imagined in my head. The only thing I don't like about this pattern is that with this kind of, what do you call it, eyelet closure thing, you have to kind of cut a slit into the back bodice and then bind it, and it's quite a fiddly job, so I don't really enjoy doing that. I think next time, I don't know, I might see if I can work out how to put a seam in it, but yeah, I don't know why she's done it that way. But it's also quite an interesting design, this pattern, because it's made with like a side panel, obviously, so that you can sew the frills in down the side. When I made my first version of this, I realised how kind of full the skirt was going to be on the pattern for my daughter, and I took quite a lot of the width of that side panel out just because it was so full. So every time I make this now, I just remember to kind of take that in a little bit, so your rectangle isn't quite as wide as the one on the pattern piece, and it just makes it a little bit slimmer on the sides. So that's that really. Little elasticated sleeves as well, which are cute. Really pleased with that. Haven't actually got any photos of her wearing it yet because she hasn't actually worn it yet. I finished that really close to Christmas, so we haven't actually got around to photographing it or anything yet. But when I get some, I will put them on Instagram and let you know what it looks like on. Oh, just show you the pattern. This one, the Stella dress by Ikiti Couture. And that's another French pattern company that I really like, especially for children's patterns, because they're just really cute. And I think I discovered them at the Knitting and Stitching show a couple of years ago as well, and I really like their patterns. They do adult patterns as well, but I've not tried any adult patterns yet, but they do some really nice ones, so I'll probably give them a go at some point. Next is the Anna dress, which I did say I was going to make in my fabric haul video, because this was one of my Minerva Craft Blogger Network makes, and it was made from this hedgehog fabric at the bottom, and then a remnant I had of some chambray for the top. You can see those little hedgehogs there. And I really like how this has worked out. It's a really lovely pattern, and it came together really quickly and easily, and it's got some really nice details to it. So at the back there's the crossover detail, so it's just a little bit different, and then with the button band inside, it's done as a facing, so you attach the facing all the way around. So I just did it as a contrast and used the hedgehog fabric for the facing as well, which I think looks quite pretty. And I have actually got some photos of her wearing that one, because I've written a blog post on it, so I will link below some photos which I've put in my Instagram account, so you can have a look at my daughter wearing them if you want. So that is the Anna dress pattern, by Couture, and obviously I've just downloaded this as a PDF and printed it out. Really easy to do, and it didn't take long to put together really either, because obviously it's just a little girl's dress, not too many parts. And on to the third little girl dress that I made. This was a dress for my daughter for Christmas. We bought this dog fabric from John Lewis quite a while ago, and it's called Winter Dachshunds or something. So you can see all the dogs have got little hats and scarves on, and it's really cute. And she loves dogs, so we picked that ages ago, and I was gonna make her a dress out of it, and it took me ages to get around to it, and she kept asking for it, and then eventually I managed to get it made for her in time for Christmas. And I had this red Scotty cotton poplin in my stash already, and I thought that went really well, and the red was really Christmassy. So luckily we got that made in time, and I'm really pleased with that. And the pattern for that is a really old one, hence why it's in this bag, because it's been used so many times. So it's version B, Simplicity 1208, and I just use that one. But obviously I don't use any of the applique or anything on there, I just use the basic pattern, don't use any of the other details. And that pattern has been used over and over again in different ways, different hacks. It's definitely one of my favourites. And on to makes for myself. I made an Ava skirt. There we go. And this was for my blog for the fabric guys. So this fabric was gifted. It's a needle cord, navy needle cord with really cute little floral print on it. Really pretty, really warm, and I've not made an Ava skirt before, so I thought it would look really nice in this needle cord, and I've already got a ready to wear cord, kind of A-line mini skirt, and I really like wearing that, so I thought that I would try and kind of recreate it. That's the Ava skirt, and that pattern was lovely. It was really quick and easy to make actually. I think I made it, including cutting time, in about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half with cutting time. But it was really lovely, really quick and easy. And I will pop a photo in here, written a blog post on it, which I will pop a link to down below. It's actually on the Fabric Guys website, because obviously I wrote the blog post for them. So I'll link that down below. Really pleased with that. I think it did come up a little bit big actually around the waist, which was okay. I did a size 10, I'm normally a size 8, but I'd heard that the pattern does come up a bit small. So I thought I'd go for a size 10 because I wanted to tuck jumpers and things in. But it was actually quite big, so I maybe could have got away with an 8. If you've got a thick jumper or something tucked into it, then you know that's fine, but I think next time I'll probably make an 8. And as usual I had to take quite a lot off of the length because I'm very short. And then something else I made in November was the Nemesia dress, I think that's how you say it, by Glasshouse Patterns. And that was for a pattern test and a pattern review. And I have done a whole other video on that dress and that pattern, which I'll link down below, so I won't chat too much about that because you've probably already seen it anyway on Instagram. And if you do want to know more about that one, yeah, it's probably best if you just pop over and have a look at that one if you're interested in that pattern. It's a really lovely pattern, jersey dress, very quick to make and lovely to wear, so I'd definitely recommend that if you want to have a look at how that's made. I'll link it down below. I feel like I look like a bit of a ghost because the light's coming in right on my face and I'm just looking at the screen viewer and my face is white, so I'm sorry about that. It's just such a funny light. You either get some light or no light at the moment, don't you? And I was trying to take advantage of the sun when it came out so that I could do a bit of filming and a bit of photography, but now it's actually bleaching my whole face out. Sorry about that. Anyway, last make was another Cleo dress in this denim, stretch denim from Higgs and Higgs, which I also picked up as a remnant from the Knitting and Stitching show. And I'm not sure about this. I love my first Cleo dress, which I made in navy needle cord, but this one, for some reason, I can't really show you properly on here, but I will get some photos and put them in. This one's turned out really tight over my hips, so it's not comfortable to wear really, and I haven't actually worn it out yet. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know why it's turned out a bit tight, but it might just be because it's from stretched denim rather than the soft needle cord. But I'm a bit sad because I spent so much time top stitching in my mustard thread so it looked all nice and denim-y, and now it just doesn't really feel like comfortable to wear, so I'm not sure what I can do about that really. I can't let it out in any way, and it just it's kind of tight over my hips and then it's baggy at the front, so it just doesn't quite feel right to me, so I need to sort of have a bit of practice of wearing that and see if I actually like it. But I do love the Clio pattern overall, as you know, so I'll definitely be making more. I just think it didn't really work in that fabric. I think maybe if it wasn't a stretched denim it might have been better, and I could have made it a bit bigger and it maybe would have fitted a bit better, but for some reason that's just not quite right. I don't know. It's sad. Sad when things turn out like that, isn't it? But you live and learn about fabrics and what works with what, don't you? And I did actually make another Clio dress for my sister for Christmas because she'd asked me to make one, and she wanted it in a rust corduroy fabric, and I found a lovely one from Harriet at Semi Sunshine, and I'll pop a picture. And obviously I've gifted that to her for Christmas now, so I don't actually have any photos of her wearing it, but I'm going to try and get one from her and I'll try and put it on Instagram so you can see that. But when I made it I really liked it and I kind of wanted to keep it, so I think I'm going to have to try and make one for myself in that fabric because it was so lovely, and the fabric was really lovely to work with, but oh, it frayed so much. I think when I'd made that I had to lint roller my whole lining board and my whole table and hoover absolutely everywhere because the fibres of the corduroy had just covered the entire house. But worth it when it was done. So that's all my makes for November and December. Thank you for watching. Oh, I'll just quickly tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the heather dress, which is one of my favourite ever dresses, I think, because it's so lovely and comfy and easy to wear. It's the first one I've made, and I made it as a blog post for Minerva, and I'll link that blog post down below because it is actually live on their site now. It's made from a Ponte jersey. If I just come closer to the camera you can see that it's kind of textured, and I think they've still got this fabric on their website if you want to go and have a look. But yeah, it's really lovely, and I really want to make more heather dresses because they are the kind of thing that I wear all the time with leggings and tights, and they're just so comfy. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of video, I really want to start making more videos this year, so please do like the video, leave a comment if you want to, and subscribe if you want to because it's free, and then you won't miss out on any future videos that I make, and I will hopefully see you soon.